Help. I'm struggling on my sales calls. I don't know why. What could be the cause of it? I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Austin, Texas on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about your sales process and what it could come down to. One of the things that you could be struggling with is that you're not calm enough in the sales process or in the objection handling process or when your buyer's asking questions. So this is video number 6, and the video is going to be product knowledge and content. So you got to know your presentation. You got to know what is supposed to be done. And I'm going to tell you, every time I see salespeople pull parts and elements out of their sales presentation, it never ends well. So part of that is also product knowledge. Part of that is also knowing how the product works and what it does for the buyer. And you know, a lot of times I'll see salespeople, the buyer will ask them a question and the salesperson looks around like, I don't know how to answer that. And then so they wing some information. They just throw something out there. Hopefully it's going to stick. And then they've met with a buyer who's done some sort of research and looked online and says, well, that's not true. So they've lost all credibility. So you do need to know to an extent how your product works and what it does for the buyer and the way like the secret sauce works inside of it. And if you don't take the time to learn this, what's going to happen is panic is going to set in. Someone's going to ask you a question. You're not going to know how to answer it. You're not going to know how to overcome what the question is. So you're going to make something up and wing it. It creates a ton of problems. So think about what that would do to you. Think about, like, would I have the ability to stay calm if that was? Nope. You're not going to have the ability to stay calm. It's going to create some issues. It's going to create some problems, and it's not going to end well for you. You're going to get an objection, and the only way you're going to make that sell is if you're going to discount a price match. It never really ends up working out that well. It creates a bunch of problems. So know your product. But then again, you also need to know what your product value is. If you have a product or service, it's different somehow from somebody else, even if it's a commodity. There's something that changes about it. There's something that happens that makes that thing different. And you know, you've got to figure out what that difference is. If it's a company and it's the way that you deliver, it's the way you do after the care service, all those things add up. All of them do. I see salespeople freak out a lot when somebody starts complaining and like, oh, you guys are all the same. No, we're not. We're not all the same. We do something different, okay? So you need to know about your product, the secret sauce in it, how it works, how it's better than the competitors, it's what makes it exceptional, and you even need to know its limitations because your other salespeople that are against you, they're going to talk about your limitations a lot. They're going to say, you shouldn't go with that product because it has this issue with the Wizmo Gidget, okay? You better know that that Wizmo Gidget has got a problem. So there you go. You can remain calm through product knowledge. Now, if you could do one thing for me, there's a favor for me, there's a subscribe button somewhere on this page. Find the subscribe button, click on it, so every time new content comes out, you're going to get an update that says, hey, Scott Bell sent out new content, you should watch it, which you should. There you go. I just want to thank you for dropping by. We'll see you soon. Aloha.